أنا العبد الذي كسب الذنوب وصدته الأماني أن يتوب.
Now the last and final speaker to come up with the topic of Dowry, a social anathema, is Maulana Tauseef Alam. Please come at the podium and deliver your speech.
May praise to Allah, the Creator of the world. Peace and blessings be upon His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the head of all messengers, upon his family and all his companions. Honorable President, respected guests, and dear audience. Today, Indian society is suffering from many fatal diseases and problems like superstition, illiteracy, caste system, etc. One of the worst evils of Indian society is the dowry system. It is disheartening that today in our country, the practice of dowry has not only become a social curse, but also has taken a business roots. The word dowry means the property and money that a bride brings to her husband's house at the time of her marriage. Gift, presents, and things given to the daughter in marriage is nothing bad in itself. But when the parents of the groom make demands in order to fulfill their desires at the expense of the bride's family, and when the parents try to extract the expenses made by them on their sons' upbringing and education from the bride's family, it takes the shape of dowry. Marriage is an agreement to live life together in love and in unity. It's a union of two hearts, two personalities. But greedy and hungry wolves try to earn money by it. Some money-thirsty wolves use wedlock as a tool in their hands to attain money. The boy's parents openly demand money and other items, which include car, scooter, fridge, color TV, etc. The rate of dowry changes according to the qualification of boy. Their rates fixed for IAS, IPS, PCS officers, qualified engineers, doctors. In fact, a regular marriage without dowry is almost unthinkable. Hence, the custom has become a curse, particularly for those who are either poor or unfortunate because they have several daughters. The darkest side of this anathema is that almost every young and his family wish a girl to bring more and more dowry so that he can proudly show it to people, notwithstanding whether he is poor or rich. Dear dignitaries, hardly is there a day when one does not read of dowry deaths in the national daily newspapers. Brides bringing less than expected dowry are ill-treated by their in-laws and other relatives. Many of them cannot bear it more and commit suicide. Those who do not have enough courage to do so are burned alive. Even acid thrown on them by their husband-in-laws. Perhaps this is the reason that parents do not look very happy on the birth of a girl and consider as a burden. A child or fetus is killed as soon as its identity of being a girl is revealed. The poor parents try to accumulate money, whether it is legal or illegal, to pay dowry for their daughters. That's why corruption also rife in the Indian society. Today, dowry is preferred to her character and beauty. Dear audience, now and then voice is being raised against this evil custom. Even the social reformers like Mahatma Gandhi and Swami Dayanand tried their best to create a social consciousness against this practice. Also the Dowry Prohibition Act in 1961, but has not made any difference. Laws never succeed in eradicating social evils. Social awakening is needed to achieve such a goal. Nowadays, several women's organizations has come into being in order to check these evils. Even our young boys and girls are taking oath not to follow this evil custom. Government has also come forward with better legislation. Now taking and giving dowry became an organization offense. Much has been done, but much needs to be done. Though there is marked effect of this movement, still people have not given it up totally. They have started secret deals. Total eradication in dowry system is possible only when the mentality of people change. Young boys and girls should not come under the pressure of parents. Educational institutions should canvass against the dowry system. Even children should be made to read stories dealing with ill effects of dowry. People should be told how the system has weakened our nation. Educated and civilized people should muse about it and realize how uncharitable and irreligious of them to demand every dowry for accepting the hand of God. It should be installed in the minds of young men and women that to give and to take dowry is sin. Hence, the evils can be curbed and eliminated only through social awakening and reform. But in the meantime, the law and the judicial system must provide solace and all possible help to those who wish to resist the pernicious manifestation of the dowry system. Here I end up my speech with supplication that may Allah save us from these evils and make this society peaceful for the mercy. That's all.
أنا العبد الذي كسب